Aloha and namaste. I am here today to talk to you about the dangers of toxic relationships and codependency. I hope that you are able to sit in a quiet place and listen to this video. I just want to talk about this subject since it's so prevalent in our society and it's just very common if you are American, we're relationships. I speak about this and just how we've become just accustomed to of the toxic relationships. Brushing things under doesn't exist. And we are so busy in our daily lives, so much that we're processing emotionally, that it's really hard to be honest with ourselves at times. The emotions that are speaking to us and that are coming up for healing. Uh, I myself have had different challenges with toxic relationships, and I think it's an important thing to acknowledge. We have to really acknowledging when a relationship was or not really the most authentic kind of relationship. Now, I speak of this lightheartedly, but these things can be so heavy on our hearts. So, today I'm going to speak to you about really turning within to really hear your emotionally. Um, and at times it can be difficult to really push toxic relationships that are not serving our highest good. Prove maybe we're just yearning for connection and more depth in-depth relationships, and like for me it feels almost like I have been waiting my whole life really close, trusting, healthy and authentic high vibration relationships with people in general. And I know there's a difference between that and nitpicking, but most of us are just, trying to take care of our families and getting through each day, one day at a time. But in the grand scheme of things, this is something that really needs to be looked at in the present moment. And a lot of it stems from our childhood or toxic relationship with our parents, um, and in our household and bringing up and so forth on. Now, it's okay to talk about these things because there's no need to feel guilty or bad. But I know that like there's been sort of my heart feels broken at times. Carrying around uh, emotional baggage from refusing to look at this for long periods of time. See, because we become dependent on others even depending on us, and it feels good. But here lately, I've kind of been feeling a little bit overly needed, and it's something that is important because there's a balance between our inner life and our self nurturing that really needs to take place. And for me, I'm really calling that in at this time to have more of that balance, more of that breathing room, and not feeling so suffocated by any relationship or energetically pulled because I I'm really honed in with my psychic abilities as well. And I always feel when people are calling on me or pulling on me energetically or thinking about me. And that's really just come with the territory of being a healer and an authentic. So I want to ask you guys your feedback. And if anybody is willing to share a little bit about what they feel has been a toxic relationship in their life, please drop a line below. Share your best advice. I'm counting on being able to collab and contrast different notes, kind of like a brainstorming thing or whatnot, different techniques for relationships. I thank you folks so much for tuning in today. And I have one more thing I'd like to share before we go. Our ability to really be in tune with our emotions is a powerful place to be. It's a sensitive place to be. And we have been conditioned, or if you're too tuned in, or if you're. And I'm here to remind you guys that those are not weak, those are strengths. And we need to celebrate those differences that we have between us and other people and really hone in on the facts of every relationship that we encounter, whether it be personal or professional. And it's always going to reflect back to how we want to and transpersonalize our relationships from this moment forward. And so for me, I feel like a lot of variety of different types of relationships, and I was finding the passive aggressive kind of managers and jobs that I was working. I was finding that people wanted to micromanage me instead of like an eye to eye authentic partnership, in even love relationships as well. I have found that in the past I was attracted to men that wanted to be like playing the fatherly role or have this authority kind of figure in my life and kind of like rule over me. But this is the new millennia, and women have had their rights for a very long time. So those days, are in the past. And right now, I'm looking within and really visualizing that the kind of work relationships and intimate relationships that I'm looking forward to attracting, that have deep, meaningful connection and an understanding and respect that has sort of a namaste feel. If you practice yoga or meditation, you know what namaste means. And if you don't, what it means is namaste. The soul in me recognizes and appreciates the soul in you. And I have found that when you meet another in passing, even a stranger, and there is that kind of exchange, energetic exchange going on, there's something so beautiful that's just released into thin air. And it's like, wow, I found it happening the other day when I was out shopping, and it's like, just, I see you, type of thing. So that being said, I think, we really have absorbed a lot of different toxicity, like with the media and now with social media and just like connecting online all the time is like becoming addictive, and people are on their phones or they're looking down. And I've noticed some people I've spent time with lately, they look down at their phone a lot, and I'm just like, I'm right here, and so it's really challenging to connect that way when people are in your presence, and you want to really focus on being present. You want to put your phones down. You want to hone into the present moment, because it's a very powerful place to be, and centered in the awareness of your heart This is where there's freedom. This is where there's power. This is where we can stimulate choices when things come our way, and we handle things with grace. We can choose to handle things with grace when things get awry, So I just want to remind you that those tabloids you've been reading, and that news that's showing up on your phone and social media, don't let the toxicity that's out in the world absorb the inside of your heart and soul. That's how disease starts, folks. That's how we, start to get disconnected from who we truly are, our true nature, and our childlike existence, because we all and children of the Most High God, and I mean all God, and our creator, and um, you know, we have to just remember to humble our enough to to be centered awareness, because it takes us off balance. It takes us away from who we truly are. And it truly, all this internet and all this stuff going on and our phones ringing and just being distracted all the time, it really is taking us out of our bodies. And we're not talking about like an astral travel kind of awesome, like amazing skyrocketing out of body experience here. We're talking about being disconnected from our chakras and our bodies, and in order to really exist in this physical world reality, we need to be present and in the moment, from moment to moment. And it doesn't mean that we don't plan for the future and that we're not looking ahead at our goals, but we don't want to just look at our goals. We don't want to just be on that goal line. We want to be honed in and tuned into our heart-centered awareness so that we can really just be on that soul line. And that's how we truly ascend in our consciousness and awareness, and really make the most of this amazing, beautiful life, because life is amazing and it's beautiful, and there is so much to embody in this life and in this form. And if we're consumed with this negativity, it just throws off your whole chakra, your whole balance, your whole energetic field. And I know, because I was tuning in to different news clips and stuff for my research for class the last couple of months. I was taking an American government class and learned a lot, and it was great. But I could only watch so many different videos, because even though there's so much out there to learn, I started to literally feel my alignment in my body start to go off. And then I said, oh, no, 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 I cannot be field. So let's keep the vibes high, guys, and just stay present, stay aware, and communicate about these toxic relationships. Please do drop me a line, and drop me a word or two, and let me know what is one thing. If you just want to put it into one word or two words, that's fine as well. But what did you do? What was it that you did, or what was a quality you held within yourself to actually start to detour, or cut these toxic codependent relationships off? Because let's face it, when it comes to people we love and they're pulling on us, or we're pulling on them, and we catch ourselves, whatever side it is that you're on, or maybe it's a little bit of both, there has to be a time and place that you finally put your foot down. Because if you don't, it'll take you down. So, please do share, folks. And in the meantime, just take good care. Thank you for tuning in, and keep taking good care of yourself. And thank you for tuning in.
Baby, can't you see?